Because to us, quality service
is not a lost art. It's who we are.
It's who we are.
It's who we are.
So whether it's simple and quick carpet cleaning, air duct cleaning, or flood and fire restoration,
we'll treat you like family.
Save $100 off air duct cleaning with promo code TRUST100.
Your favorite arcade game just got an upgrade with Ski for the Green at Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel. Every Friday in September from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m., one lucky guest will be called hourly to roll for a share of $45,000 cash on our skee ball board. You get 3 shots to stack the cash, hit the right shots, and win up to $1,500 cash. It's all the thrill of skee ball with real cash on the line. Only at Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel. Real fun, real friendly.
There are 2 types of people. The smart ones who call Wallside before cold weather hits, and the wish I had 'ems who don't. Be one of the smart ones and call Wallside today. Wallside is the smart choice for quality, value, and durability with our 35-year guarantee. Put 81 years of Wallside excellence to work for you with our industry-leading 81 months, no interest, plus half off every window you buy. Don't be a wish I had 'ems. Be a glad I got 'ems. Wallside.
Get your new home purchase approval today with Icon Mortgage, Michigan's best. 810-953-ICON or iconmortgage.com.
Welcome home, Icon Mortgage.
Coming up on ABC 12 News at 6, the Flint City Council is meeting right now to possibly discuss a change in leadership. Councilman Leon El-Alamin did show up tonight after facing criminal charges. Plus, the celebration was held with McDonald's today at Mr. Chips in Pinconning for Michigan Agriculture Day. And it is starting to feel more and more like fall out there. Storm Tracker 12 Chief Meteorologist J.R. Kurtek will track our overnight forecast. ABC 12 News at 6 starts now.
Covering Flint, Saginaw, Bay City, and Midland. This is ABC 12 News at 6.
Good evening. Right now, Flint City Council is meeting and there could be changes in leadership. This after many months of the council experiencing a stalemate in electing a new president and vice president. It's also the first time First Ward Councilman Leon El-Alamin has been in attendance at a meeting since being arrested and charged in a domestic violence dispute in July. Our Tiffany Maddox has been following the story for some time and she joins us now live from Flint City Hall with the latest tonight. Tiffany?
Angie, yeah, so as you mentioned, it is the first time that Councilman Leon El-Alamin has been here since July, since being arrested and charged in a domestic violence dispute. Now, last Wednesday on September 3rd, during a governmental operations committee meeting, the council voted 3-2 against a resolution that would have asked the councilman to voluntarily suspend his duties while his legal proceedings are still ongoing. Now, he did make a comment earlier, a bit ago, to his colleagues and to the audience regarding his situation, and it pretty much asked for some support and just addressed it briefly. Some of that comment and just included him asking to give him grace as his legal proceedings just continue to unfold. Now, the meeting is they're still in the meeting for the government or committee meeting at this moment. They're still waiting to meet for the regular council meeting where they will have the opportunity to vote for their leadership positions. And that should happen after this meeting ends. It should start at It was supposed to start at 5:30, but they're still in the other meeting. So we'll still be here following the vote and see if that happens, and also see if we can talk to the First Ward Councilman. For now, reporting live in Flint, Tiffany Maddox, ABC 12 News.
Well, that fall weather is starting to take full effect. You really felt it out there this morning. We did have some sunshine across mid-Michigan today. Temperatures eventually in the 60s. So, JR, are we going to get more heat or are we going to have more of this cool down? You said in the 40s this morning? Felt like it.
Yeah, and some spots into the 30s. Tomorrow morning in the 40s again, but a little warmer than this morning. And then from there, we continue to see our readings climb. So, yeah, summer's not over yet. We are going to be seeing a couple of chances of 80 during the course of the week, something to look forward to if you've not been a big fan of the early autumn we've had here over the past few days. Over the weekend, yeah, we had the autumn temperatures. We also had pretty good wind out there too. But this week we'll have the winds more from the south and southwest. Wind speeds will be very light and we will see some warming. All in all, the week shaping up pretty darn well. Clean sweep on Storm Tracker 12 Doppler radar right now, and it looks like we'll have pretty quiet setting on the radar all week long. Maybe Wednesday, a couple of showers up here and up here. But here in mid-Michigan, I don't think we'll have a real decent chance of rain until probably the weekend. You can see very quiet even back across the Mississippi River, and there is some warmer air out across the Mississippi and points west, and that's what's headed our way as our winds turn to the south and southwest. 67 right now in Flint with light and variable wind conditions. 65 in Saginaw. We have a southerly breeze at 6. Here's that rain chance for the week. Virtually nothing right on through Friday. And then for the weekend, we do see a chance of some showers. It's not a great chance, so don't cancel your plans yet. I don't see either day at this point as a total washout.
JR, thank you. A Flint man pleaded no contest to Michigan's first safe gun storage case. 46-year-old Michael Tolbert accepted a plea deal in the case. This after his 3-year-old daughter, Sky McBride, accidentally shot herself the day after Michigan's new gun storage laws took effect in February 2024. She survived several surgeries to rebuild her face and had a prosthetic eye implanted this year. Tolbert faces 9 years in prison with additional time for weapons charges. His sentencing is set for October 27th. Stay with ABC 12 for updates. Investigators say a Gladwin County driver drunkenly crashed and rolled over the weekend. Deputies say that crash happened shortly after 7 last night in Buttman Township. They say the 51-year-old man lost control on Sugar River Road near North Hockaday Road. The vehicle veered off the roadway, knocked down a stop sign, and then rolled over several times. The driver was taken to the hospital. Investigators believe that he was intoxicated. A woman died and a man was injured after a weekend crash that impacted a Detroit restaurant. The collision was reported around 2:30 in the morning on Saturday. Joining us now, Tiara Braddock with more.
We heard the boom of the cars going together. We turned and looked back, and as soon as we turned and looked back, the end of the car, I'm assuming, had swooped in and just took a chunk of the restaurant.
Nyan Edwards was inside Avenue Grill at around 2:30 Saturday morning when the car crash happened. In this surveillance video given to us by the owner of the restaurant, you can see Edwards cover her head right before the car came crashing in.
Everyone started to run, but I was on the inner part of the booth, so I was I had to shelter in place.
Thankfully, Edwards and her friends were able to walk away with just minor cuts from the glass that flew everywhere. And unfortunately, a person who was inside one of the cars died, and another person is in critical condition. In this surveillance video, you can see a white and red car coming toward each other before the huge crash.
A lot of the people from the restaurant were just passing by. They went to the car, pulled out the victim in the white car, and we were over there. A couple of friends from my group had ran over there too.
Edwards also offered her condolences to the family mourning their loved one who died in the crash.
I know that it's definitely hard, and my heart goes out to them. We are keeping them in our prayers. I know that losing someone is very, very difficult, and I just hope that, they can push through.
The cause of the crash is still under investigation. Schools are taking a closer look at safety protocols in the wake of last month's shooting at a Minneapolis Catholic school. It left 2 children dead and close to 24 more injured. Leaders at Mount Pleasant Public Schools say they recently rolled out another layer of protection at their 5 elementary schools. All classrooms now have automatic locking doors and night locks. And a $38,000 grant from the Saginaw Chippewa Indian Tribe funded privacy screens for Mount Pleasant's elementary schools.
They just protect it so that it's not very easy for folks to see into our playgrounds, and it's also not very easy for our students to see out.
Every time there's an incident like that, I feel just absolutely gutted, and it keeps the wheels spinning in my head, what can we do better?
The state of Michigan requires schools do lockdown drills every year. Mount Pleasant superintendent says that the district's security measures are always being improved. Now to an update. Due to unforeseen material delivery delays, the closure of the Woodbury rest area on westbound I-69 in Shiawassee County has been postponed until September 22nd. The work was originally scheduled to begin today on septic system improvements. This $378,000 investment will include rebuilding the rest area, sewage lift station, and septic tanks. The parking lot and facility will be closed for the entire duration of this project. Work is expected to wrap up by October. The City of Flushing has finalized the purchase of the LaFontaine Building for Public Works and Emergency Services. Mayor Ed Sullivan and City Clerk Monica Zofchek signed the paperwork earlier this afternoon. City officials say that the move will save the city an estimated $4 million compared to constructing a whole new facility. This new facility is set to provide a modern and functional space, address past issues such as inadequate break areas for DPW employees. The new building will also consolidate election operations and create an emergency operations center for community-wide disasters. The city plans to transition operations to the new building in the coming months. Energy company Enbridge donated $50,000 to boost food access in mid-Michigan. Enbridge is giving $25,000 to expand the food bank of eastern Michigan's reach into northern Michigan. Another $25,000 will support the food bank's truck fleet, which delivers and travels over 500,000 miles every year, taking food to 600 agencies. New at 6 o'clock, a celebration was held today at Mr. Chips in Pinconning for Michigan Agriculture Day. McDonald's joined the celebration due to the partnership that they have with the small Michigan agriculture businesses. A McDonald's owner told ABC 12 they buy 54 million pounds of cucumbers a year from Mr. Chips. Those cucumbers provide pickles for numerous menu items. The Vice President of Agriculture for Bayview Food says they are just as appreciative of the partnership with McDonald's.
It really helps the local farmers because we got steady every year. We know we can sell X amount of bushels to McDonald's, and it's really worked out well for us to know ahead of time we have future sales.
The celebration included a tour of the facility and then wrapped up with a press conference to discuss the importance of Michigan agriculture. Illegal cell phones are showing up in jails and prisons across the country, and law enforcement officials said that they're being used to organize drug deals, riots, even violent crimes on the outside. Now the Federal Communications Commission is pushing for a change that they believe could stop it. ABC 12's Tanaya Jordan has our story.
Supporters say blocking illegal cell phones is long overdue to protect public safety, but not everyone sees these phones as a threat. Advocates argue they also give inmates a lifeline.
You have to look at all angles. You know, for prison officials, they will automatically gravitate to what's wrong or things that inmates, for lack of a better word, are doing that aren't within rules, regulations, policy standards. But bigger than that, you have to look at the disconnect from the family.
Percy Glover told me he spent 11 years, 6 months, and 4 days in a Michigan prison. He explained that when you're locked up, you have limited calls. You're waiting in line to use the phones. Calls start to add up, and sometimes you go days and weeks without talking to loved ones. He says in some cases that leads to inmate versus inmate or inmate versus officer crime.
Those are things that keep people more responsible, keep people thinking more responsible because they want to get back to their loved ones.
The Federal Communications Commission says they will be taking steps to give the state and federal prisons the right to block inmates' illegal cell phone signals. The organization argues that these devices support violence and crime inside and outside of prisons. In Michigan jails, cell phones are not allowed inside, even if you're just stopping by for a visit. However, Genesee County Sheriff Chris Swanson told me that just over a year ago, a contracted nurse smuggled in 2 illegal cell phones and chargers.
That we were able to intercept once we started seeing that communications were coming from the jail that were not from the normal procedure.
In a statement sent to ABC 12 News, CTIA, the company representing the U.S. wireless communications industry, says the wireless industry is committed to addressing the serious issue of contraband phones while fulfilling the long-standing congressional mandate to protect legitimate communications, including vital public safety services from interference. We continue to work with the FCC, federal and state policymakers, and law enforcement to advance proven solutions, such as managed access systems that block contraband devices without interfering with lawful communications. The FCC is planning to vote at the end of the month to give jails and prisons permission to block the signals on illegal cell phones. In Genesee County, Tanaya Jordan, ABC 12 News.
Thank you, Tanaya.